So guys, guess what? We are sitting in front of, I'm sure you all recognize this as an ocean monument, aka Guardian Temple. But this isn't on Skygrid. This is survival. You got it right. We are joining survival. And our goal is to not only take down this monument, but we're going to go very in depth into Slimefun. A lot of people have been requesting a much better tutorial because there really isn't a whole lot out there on Slimefun. And so we're going to combine my plans for this base with the Slimefun tutorials. And this is where we sit right now. We have the bigger picture, actually over the next year or so, everything you can see. I've got my vision set out to where just about every drop of water you can see will be cleared. We're going to start first with dismantling and removing everything out of this Guardian Temple, except for one platform that we're actually going to rebuild while it's here, because this is going to be the center of our base. And then we're going to expand this out. And I mean expand, clearing out the water. We're going to do a 256 block diameter circle as the base. You heard me right. Boomer's going nuts. He's going deep over the edge. All of this water will be removed. Now, I've done it one other time about a year and a half ago on a different server. We are still on a Fnatic MC server, but we're on survival. And it took me roughly, oh boy, I'm going to say 3 weeks. Now, that was probably 8 hours a day over 3 weeks. This is going to be a much longer time. Hey, look at that. We got our buddy in the background. All right, Mr. Guardian, having fun swimming in my house. So, the bigger picture, though, is to talk about Slimefun here. And I want to dive right in with this episode on Slimefun. Now, everybody's familiar with the Slimefun guide. If you are not, simply type /FS space and guide. And we're going to turn off chat simply because I know what's on survival here. So, the Slimefun guide, this is your home screen. And in order to use any of these, we have to unlock the individual items within there, and you do that using XP from your XP bar. So, we're going to look here. We have a number of categories: weapons, different items to use, basic machines. If you're first starting, basic machines is where you want to start. Now, when you click on this, you will see to start with all the red barrier icons. I've already gone through and unlocked all the basic machine with XP, and I'm going to show you in a little bit how to do that in case you have not yet done this. I'm going to make one assumption, is that you know nothing about Slimefun, so I'm taking it down to that level, as bare, basic, and simple as I possibly can, without, what's going on here? Guardian's getting me. Without making any assumptions that anybody watching this knows anything, or it's going to be a complete in-depth tutorial, a lot much more in-depth than we did on Skygrid. So you want to unlock all the basic machines, but what I'm talking about is when you first come in here, this is what you're going to see. Any of these categories, you're going to see a lot of these will be blocked out, where some of them you're going to have access to right away. So the majority of stuff, that's that barrier that you will see. So I've unlocked all the basic machines, and I've been working on electricity and energy. I've unlocked the first page. I don't know, about a little bit more than halfway through page 2, and then there's a little bit on 3. The other thing I want to start working on right away is resources. Where'd that one go? Where's the resources? Where are... Boy, did I totally miss it? Oh, there we go. This is the other one that we need to unlock right away. So there's quite a bit in here. You can see the Slimefun dust have been unlocked. Carbon, I don't know why I have magnesium salt unlocked. But that's where we're at. And so we're going to head over to an XP farm on the Fnatic MC server, on the survival server, where we're going to get some XP and we're going to unlock a few things on camera just to show you how it should look. And then we'll start kind of talking about what all the basic machines do, how to get there, while we're going to work on, with a little bit of help from one of my kids, we're going to time-lapse clearing out the water for at least the Guardian Temple and getting down to the floor and putting that in place. So we're going to head over to the warp real quick. I'll be right back and we'll show you how to proceed on unlocking your Slimefun guide. So we are here at warp MCJJ19 on survival. From what I've been told by a couple of the helpers that we're in close relationship with, that this is probably the best XP farm on the survival server. At least you have the most mobs and the chances of getting XP. Now we are going to be setting up our own here not too far from now. I've got about a dozen blaze spawners hooked up, and we're going to use that for our XP farm, since blades do give the most XP per mob other than Wither Skeleton, which obviously we're not, I'm sorry, Withers, which we're obviously not going to have a Wither farm. So the one that we can produce the most will be Blaze, so we're going to set that up. So here's how this works. I'm going to start grinding some of these mobs down, and as I'm getting XP, I'm going to just kind of go up a little bit here. You can see my bar levels are going up. I do have Inquisitive 3 on the sword. Inquisitive is a crazy enchant, if you are unfamiliar with the crazy enchants. I did talk about them in my Skygrid series for a little bit in an earlier episode. And so I would highly recommend you check that out. You can go back and learn more about that, and we'll probably throw a crazy enchant in there here and there. What I'm looking for is to get up to Inquisitive 5. Inquisitive, being a crazy enchant, will yield much higher XP every time you kill a mob. So you can see I'm still getting XP relatively quickly compared to what you might be used to in a pure vanilla environment. So okay, we've got a pretty good number of levels here, so let's open up our guide, and we're going to go into the resources. You can see if I want to unlock the reinforced alloy ingot, I need 22 levels of XP. If I want to unlock hardened metals, 22, Damascus is 17, and so on. So we're going to start with the reinforced alloy ingot. And what will happen is I've turned it off in chat, but you will see it'll start saying, okay, we're learning this. It's starting to unlock the knowledge. You'll see if you're, I don't have a whole lot of head clearance, and so when it happened, the fireworks went off, I took a little bit of damage. But now, as they open up, those both unlocked from unlocking the reinforced. Now I have 15 levels left. Steel ingots require 11. So let's go ahead and start unlocking the steel ingots real quick just to show you. As this one happens, again, fireworks came, steel ingot is now unlocked. I'm down to 4 levels. So now we're going to go back to grinding a little bit. So when you hear somebody talking about unlocking items in the Slimefun guide, this is exactly what we're talking about. Grinding XP, one form or another, whether it's here, whether it's mining ores, trading with villagers to get XP bottles, or simply getting it out of a standard key on a server, or however you get XP. We got 28, let's see what we got here. So let's go ahead and unlock the Damascus, that's 17, so that's going to leave 11. Do we have one that's 11? We do. Alright, so let's unlock the Gildan Iron as well. So that's going to remove me down to 1 level. No big deal. And you can see there's all these ingots. We have all sorts of different things that are in here that we're going to work on unlocking. Some of them much higher. For example, another ice at 45 levels. Uranium, I think, was 36. Blister ingots, 38. Here, what was it? 45. Enriched nether ice. That's something we haven't played with here or on Skygrid yet. So we'll start unlocking these things as we go. We've got the basic resources started. And we're going to continue to go through and get these unlocked, because what's going to happen, as we get a platform to work on, we'll start building some of the basic machines, showing you what they do, how to use them, and how to get the most out of them. And then when it comes time to upgrading that, some machines have the basic function where you do it manually, or others can be powered. And they might have 1, 2, or even 3 levels of the machines. where the first level runs at a certain speed. Levels 2 and 3 will run a little bit faster. And I am on fire for some reason. Alright, so we just unlocked the bronze. Let's go ahead and unlock duralumin. So we've got 12 more levels, so we'll grab the billion ingot while we're at it. That's not billion, that's billion. Okay, a whole bunch you can see. So sometimes one can unlock a whole bunch of others. So let's go and hit the... See, I've got 12 levels left. What do we have? Let's hit the nickel ingot. Let's see if that brings cobalt with it. Since one crafts the other. Did we get it? We did. We got the cobalt ingot as well. Now we can see the recipes. See, if I click on raw carbonado, I can't see the recipe until it's unlocked. Once I've unlocked it, I can see, okay, silver dust, copper dust, and a silver ingot, but I do not have a silver ingot unlocked yet. If I try to craft that, I will not be able to because I don't have the knowledge unlocked. In order to use anything in Slimefun, if the knowledge is not unlocked for the item or the machine or what you are attempting to craft, none of it will work. So this is where it is a grindy process to get it all done. This is why I'm going to tell you, if you want to know where to start, basic machines must be done first, because then you cannot get to the advanced machines until these are unlocked. Then I would go to the resources tab and start going through like what we're doing right now and unlocking all of the dust, all of the ingots, and all the other things that you're going to see in here. I would get all of these unlocked as you need them, or really if you can do it and you want to put the time in, just get it all done at once. And that's where we'll start, is basic machines and resources. From there we'll kind of move on as we need to. The talisman will be one that we're going to do. There's one talisman in there for sure I want for mining. Let's see here, the ore chunks. I'm not too worried about the ore chunks right now. That's going to be more with geomining. That's going to definitely be down the road. But I do want to get the energy and electricity completely done. That would be probably the third category. And then the fourth one for me is going to be cargo management. And that's probably the order I would recommend you go. Again, be basic machines, resources, energy and electricity, and cargo management, or maybe you flip the third and the fourth ones. And then I would also, even probably before energy and electricity, I would come in here and start unlocking the technical components, because you need these in order to build the energy and electricity items. So basic machines, resources, cargo management, technical components, those could go either way. And then you can probably do energy and electricity and then work out from there. So you can see some of the different categories that are in here. And then we're going to explore everything that's in here at one point or another, and we're going to learn these things together. Some of them I haven't touched on the SkyGrid server at all. I've had no clue, no interaction with them, where others I've gotten to be very good at. And so we will learn together, we'll make the mistakes together, or you can just watch me and go, hi, you made a mistake? That's cool, Boomer. And we'll go from there. So I'm going to hang around here for a while. I'm going to continue to unlock a few more of these things and get this episode wrapped up. And then episode 2, we're going to start working. We're going to create a temporary platform out over the water to put our blaze farm together for grinding. So one, I don't have to sit here and hog up another public grinder. We can do it privately. 2, we can sell the blaze rods back to spawn and make money. And 3, it's going to be our base. It's going to be what we do with it. So I have a 300 by 300 area protected around that guardian temple, because the diameter of the base of the glass that we're going to put in is a 256 block circle. We're going to place one more protect block outside of that to make that our flattening area for grinders. And then that way, like I said, we can set them up to AFK while we're working on one farm. We can grind at the other, or we can run the wither skeleton farm while we're at the blaze farm. We can, if we do it right, we can set the spawners up in the right spot, so both of those grinders will run simultaneously. So we're going to wrap up from here, but always, just like on Grid, even in survival, you have to go Boomer or you got to go home. We'll see you later.